One of the reasons I wanted to come here tonight was to discuss our future.
Of course.
I plan on running for office someday.
Warner.
I think we should break up.
What?
Elle. If I'm gonna be a senator, I need someone serious.
I'm seriously in love with you.
I love you.
Liar! This is the type of girl that Warner wants to marry. A law student. Going to Harvard is the only way I'm gonna get the love of my life back. For my admissions essay,
Action.
I'm gonna tell all of you why I'm gonna make an amazing lawyer. I feel comfortable using legal jargon in everyday life. I object.
Her list of extracurricular activities is impressive.
She was in a Ricky Martin video.
Aren't we always looking for diversity?
Welcome to Harvard.
Don't be scared. Everyone will love you.
Elle? I'm sorry, are you here to see me?
I go here.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
I got a PhD from Berkeley.
MBA from Wharton. I've been deworming orphans in Somalia.
2 weeks ago, I saw Cameron Diaz at Fred Siegel, and I talked her out of buying this truly heinous Angora sweater.
Malibu Barbie lives.
I've come to join your study group.
Our group is full.
Oh, is this like an RSVP thing?
No, it's like a smart people thing. I give it 2 more weeks.
What is this?
We're betting to see how much longer you're gonna last.
You're not smart enough, sweetie.
I'll show you how valuable Elle Woods can be.
MGM Pictures presents
You have a resume? It's pink.
And it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra.
a comedy about knowing who you are
You think she just woke up one morning and said, I think I'll go to law school today?
and showing what you've got.
We're defending Brooke Window. You can buy her exercise tapes on infomercials.
Wait! Exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands.
You're fired.
What?
I have new representation.
Reese Witherspoon,
Do you remember when we spent those 4 amazing hours in the hot tub after winter formal? This is so much better than that!
Legally Blonde,
Oh, look how cute. There's like a judge and everything.
Vote for Elle!
Welcome to the Mad Dad Movie Review, a podcast full of first-time movie reviews starring Mads and her dad.
I'm Mad.
And I'm the dad, and this is Mad Dad Movie Review. So, guess what time of year it is?
September.
It is officially Halloween season.
Halloween season's in October.
Halloween season is in October. Nah. Halloween season is when the haunted house is open.
Just like saying this.
And last night, we went to our first haunted house of the season.
So you're telling me November is Christmas season?
No.
Because that...
Well, late November. See, to me, Christmas season starts, well, it's supposed to start the day after Thanksgiving.
I can see that, yeah. But...
You're looking at me like it's like this earth-shaking revelation. Like I just blew your mind with the fact that basically to the GP, Christmas starts after Thanksgiving.
Well, Christmas doesn't start after Thanksgiving. Because
Look,
it's not like we're having a gift.
We went to a haunted house last night. All bets are off. It is now Halloween season, okay? Oh, and shout out to the people up at the Field of Screams because...
They scared the living heck out of me.
Well, not only that, but with the whole pandemic and situation going on, I think that they held everything... I think that they held everything. I felt safe.
Mm-hmm.
And they had people out there enforcing the masks. They definitely had the sanitizer out. You know, they did. I felt they could have done a better job with keeping the lines. I mean, just blocking off every other lane.
I think sitting arrangements, yeah.
But
because they even said sitting arrangements.
we had a time to get in. We had to have an assigned time. But even then, after we got in with that assigned time, we were still there for like 3 hours. So... I mean, we got there at 9:30. We didn't leave till after 1 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Well, we left at like 12:50.
It was late.
No, because I woke up at I remember because I fell asleep in the car and I woke up at like 1:15. I remember that. So that's when we got to Haley's house to drop her off.
Right.
So we left around like 12:30, maybe like 12 o'clock. I won't say 1 o'clock, not that late.
It was late. And we went. We saw, we conquered. It was fun. Good time. If you're in the PA, Maryland area, Field of Screams, can't recommend it enough. What did we watch, kiddo?
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde. All right. What are your first impressions on Legally Blonde? You know what? Before I even ask you that question, Legally Blonde is a movie that I really, really like this movie. I love this movie. I've always been a big fan of this movie. I remember when it first came out. I didn't see this in the theater, but I remember my first time seeing this was when it first came out on DVD. It was actually the first week that I started working at Blockbuster. Mm-hmm. So when I worked at Blockbuster, we always got 5 free rentals a week, and those within those 5 rentals, you could also take home movies that we got in early. And I remember when I went in there, I hadn't even worked my first shift yet, and I already had my 5 rentals picked out. I remember one of them was Shrek, Planet of the Apes, The Grinch, and this, Legally Blonde. So, first impressions for you. How did you feel about this?
Well, I liked it, like I said with every other movie.
In case you missed that, she said she liked it. She says that every week.
I liked the characters. I liked what the movie was about. I liked the soundtrack.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that soundtrack. All right, let's just jump into the nitty gritty.
So let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Legally Blonde, huh?
You didn't even say what you liked about it.
Oh, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Legally Blonde released July 13th, 2001 by MGM Pictures. It opened up in first place with 20.3 million. Other films that opened it up, that was released when it opened, bleh. The Score, Cats and Dogs, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, Scary Movie 2, and the first Fast and Furious film were all in theaters the week that this opened. Total gross, 141.7 million. The budget was only 18. I had to look at that again, like 18. Holy crap, this movie made a pretty penny. Directed by Robert Luketek.
You do this every time.
Produced by Mark Platt and Rick Kidney. Written for the screen by Karen McCullough Lutz and Kirsten Smith. Music by Rolf Kent. Edited by Anita Burgundy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Cinematography by Anthony B. Richmond. Starring Reese Witherspoon as Elle Woods, Mooney the dog as Bruiser Woods, Luke Wilson as Emmett, Selma Blair as Vivian, Matthew Davis as Warner, the great Jennifer Coolidge as Paulette, Ollie Laurer as Brooke Taylor, Jessica Caulfield as Margot, Oz Perkins as David, and Victor Garber as Professor Callahan. So, heard what you thought about it. Let's hear about that. Let's hear. I promise, I'm going to get the words out better this time. So why do I love this film? Well, because it's the ultimate 2001 time capsule film from the very opening with the song Perfect Day. Because of the way Elle screams, "Me!" when she finds out that she's made Callahan's firm. because of how easy it is to follow and watch this with its brisk 90-minute runtime. I love it because it features a Yo Quiero Taco Bell commercial. I love this film because of the face Jennifer Coolidge makes when she jumps up and breaks the UPS guy's nose. I love it because the judge during the trial at the end is Big Bertha from the Mario Brothers movie. I love this film because it's a fun and innocent little comedy. I love it because nothing screams innocence like a perm or Linda Cardellini. And finally, I love this movie because pink-scented resumes that give off a little extra something. That's why. So, Critics Corner. Rotten Tomatoes score 70% out of 147 reviews. It's got a Metascore of 59 out of 32 reviews. It's got an A- cinema score rating and a Letterboxd average rating of 3.5 out of 5. Roger Ebert gave this 3 stars and said, impossible to dislike, and Witherspoon effortlessly. You know what? He gave the film 3 stars. Okay. I cannot speak tonight. I don't know what it is, but
wow, $9.99 on Amazon.
hey man, hey, it is what it is. Okay. So, Legally Blonde. The premise of the movie, or actually not the premise, the idea of it, the movie's based on an Amanda Brown novel of the same name, which is based on her experiences as a blonde going to Stanford Law while being obsessed with fashion and beauty, reading Elle magazine, wonder where the main character's name came from, and frequently clashing with personalities of her peers. Let me ask you this. Having watched the movie with me and everything, knowing what happens and what Elle does to get back her ex,
Warner.
If you were in Elle's shoes, how far would you take it?
Like, like trying to get him back? Like, what do you mean by how far would I take it?
Look, like, she went as far as to bust her hump, get into law school.
I wouldn't take it that far.
To go make an impression on him. You know, we know how it ends and what happens, but, you know, the steps that she took.
I wouldn't do all that.
No?
I mean, I understand how far I could get doing it, but I wouldn't do all that because you never know what could happen. I could just get my heart broken again. Mm-hmm. And why not stick to what I should be sticking to, what I've always wanted to do, and next thing you know, just go into Harvard? No, I wouldn't. Maybe, I'd meet up with Warner and, try to figure things out, but I wouldn't get into a law school with him and all that.
Yeah. It's a stretch, but, hey, that's Hollywood.
She got a career doing it, too,
yeah. I mean, it worked out for her in the end.
Yeah, but it wouldn't work out for everyone. I wouldn't take that risk.
Yeah. So, the blonde stereotype. How well do you think that's held up in 2020?
I think...
Talking to you, someone of a younger generation...
That's blonde.
Is the blonde, is that still a thing? The whole, the term, dumb as a blonde stuff, it's a cliche more than anything else, but...
I don't think people my age would say it, but people movies...
Well, no, it's not a woulda, coulda, it's do you? I'm asking you personally, how is it?
Yeah, I still hear it. I think a lot of things said in this movie... about blondes, they don't say that much, but a lot of...
I don't think this movie insults blondes. I think this movie celebrates the stereotype.
Yeah, I think it shows how strong you can be if you're a blonde and all that.
It's not... It's not a hurtful, comedy, picking on a certain type. It's a movie with... I mean, at the end of the day, it's a movie of heart.
People still use the phrase "dumb as a blonde" and all that.
Okay, gotcha.
But like, people won't take it as far as they did in this movie.
Yeah, some of the things in this movie, like, it's a great film. Ain't perfect. Like, there are moments where I definitely feel that they push the blonde thing with the and I understand that they have to drive the plot, but
to make sense with the title and all that. But
yeah, like some of the backhanded comments made, like after she's like turned away from joining the club and everything, like it's like
I don't.
Did the script have to go that far?
I don't like how they had to make her like rich and a Beverly Hills girl, because that's not what all blondes are.
Well, that in itself is a stereotype.
Yeah, but that's not what all blondes are, and no, not all blondes are rich like people think. Like, you can be blonde, but like you can't.
Look, when I see a blonde, one of the first things I think is, hey, she must be rich.
I don't. Depending on her hair.
No, I'm saying I don't.
Oh, I didn't say you did. I was like,
No.
like, I mean, the style and how people look, really. That's what makes them look rich and all that. I wouldn't, like, a person with brown hair, like a brunette you could be like, oh, she's rich. Like, it's not just blondes.
Anyone can be rich.
Yeah.
Hell, you can go Britney Spears and shave your damn head. Look what happened to her. So, this movie's really, 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 really goddamn funny. And rewatching this film, I actually rewatched this film a couple times this past week. Last weekend, I actually sat down and watched it again, and found myself legitimately laughing out loud, like belly laughing and all, at a few sequences. Like, this movie's really freaking funny. Not quite sure why I went as long as I did. I have not seen this, but I'm definitely glad that we talked about checking this one out for the podcast.
You told me what we were watching. I was like, I don't know if that's a movie I'd want to watch, and then we watched it, and I'm glad we watched it. But
it's really
the title.
It's really damn funny.
It's just the title. Like, that's what made me feel like I don't want to watch this, but I still did. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a whole nother title. I think it had to be Legally Blonde, but.
So there's two people I want to talk about in terms of the comedy. Actually, no, three people. In terms of specifics of this comedy here in this film. First off, Jennifer Coolidge, who plays the nail salon woman. Margot. Not Margot, I'm sorry.
Oh, my shirt's on backwards.
Paulette.
I didn't even realize that.
Your shirt's on backwards?
Yeah.
Okay. You better fix that.
I did.
Cool. So yeah, Jennifer Coolidge is Paulette. She's one of the actresses that, I mean, first of all, most people will remember her as Stifler's mom from the American Pie movies. If not them, then she did a lot of Canadian Christopher Guest stuff. She was in like Best in Show. I'm drawing a complete blank right now.
She was in
movies.
It wasn't a movie. It was a show. These two girl shows. I forget what their names were.
I mean, she's definitely been around. Like I said, I mean, I first saw her back in the first American Pie movie as Stifler's mom.
Girls.
Oh, Two Broke Girls. That's right.
Yeah, Two Broke Girls. That's what I was. That's where I know.
That's
her
right.
from.
Two Broke Girls. She's also one from that show. She's so damn funny in this movie. Like I said, that face that she makes, that when the whole snap, what is that? That whole bend and snap thing.
Yeah.
And she does it with the UPS guy, and when he knocks him out and breaks his nose, like the face that she makes, oh my god, I had to rewind it a couple times because it was just so damn funny. I had to get that laughter out.
Sadly, I missed the face. Like, I didn't miss the scene, but I missed the face.
Oh, when she snaps up and she's got this face, like her face is all tight and she's got this like sour look on it, and it's like, it's the funniest damn thing. It's great. And then they also want to talk about her two friends, Margot and Serena, played by Jessica Caulfield and Alana Ubach. Now, Alana Ubach, she has been around for a while. She was in this rollerblading movie from the early 90s called Airborne that I remember her in. She was Seth Green's blind date. And then I remember her also popping up in the Brady Bunch movie. I think she was a student who was obsessed with Marsha. And then later on, she popped up in Meet the Fockers and Waiting. And then recently, she was in Bombshell. And then Margot, Jessica Caulfield, she doesn't really do much anymore. But around the time this film came out in 2001, that girl was on a serious roll. Because she was had already been in Road Trip in one scene with the two characters get switched up and she takes it out on her boyfriend. It's kind of a key scene if you remember the film Road Trip. And then she was later on in that year, she popped up in the Urban Legends sequel, Urban Legends Final Cut. And then after that, she was also in Valentine, another horror movie around the same time. And then White Chicks and Guess Who. But after that, I mean, it's been 15 years and I really haven't seen her in anything else. So they're the two best friends. I don't know if they play a role. I don't even know if they show up in the sequel because I've never seen the sequel before. And I'll get to that why. I'll get to why in a little bit. There's definitely a reason why.
You love the movie and then you never see the sequel.
No, because this movie's kind of like a lightning in the bottle type thing. And we'll talk about it now. Screw it. You can't capture a movie like this because I do feel like this is a unique movie that you can't just make a movie like this and put it out. Like there's never going to be a string of Legally Blonde-esque comedies that work. They're not going to work. It's just because this movie is something special.
Said it all, so.
Yeah, and how the hell do they have a sequel when the ending of this movie takes place in the future? I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll get to it. I mean, I have the Shout Factory edition that comes with the second film, so
I would like to
maybe
see the
one of
second
these days I will.
Because we haven't seen it, we can't hate on it and all that. So.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very, very true.
Because it could be a whole nother meaning than we think.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: do you think Elle legitimately gets into Harvard Law with a 179 grade point average combined with a 4.0?
I mean, she did.
And remember, she's a fashion major as well.
I mean, she did do a lot of learning, and a lot of people helped her. So, maybe.
Yeah, apparently I read online the whole uploading the video that she made of her in the hot tub and all and sending it to Harvard. It would never happen because they don't have any way to upload it, apparently. That's what I read. I don't know. My take, it would never happen.
I think with the video and all that.
I do not think it would ever happen. I mean, for starters, it just... You don't just wake up overnight and say, you know what, I'm going to get into Harvard. I'm going to go to Harvard and then get in. It's thing.
At the same time, the people did say they wanted new people.
I mean, I don't know. If it's easier than people at Harvard listening, if it's easier than we're making it out to be, then let us know. But I don't think she has a snowball's chance in hell of making it into Harvard Law.
It didn't say how many days she was learning, though. So...
I think it was a summer.
Yeah. So 3 months of learning.
Because I think when she goes to college and she sees Warner and he sees Warner with his fiance and he talks about how they met up, they rekindled over the summertime at his grandmother's party. So I'm to believe that she did this all over the span of a summer, maybe.
Yeah, like 3 months. I think you could get somewhere in 3 months, but I don't think you could get
It ain't
that.
happening.
So maybe. It really depends.
Yeah. So, piggybacking off of the success of this earlier that I started to mention in the nitty gritty, the film spawned a sequels, because we got Legally Blonde 2 a couple years later, and then about 10 years ago we got this Legally Blondes crap with Legally Blondes. Apparently it's twins. Apparently it's apparently Elle has like cousins or something.
Well, obviously she has cousins. What person doesn't have cousins? I've never heard of someone without a cousin, but
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, she does have a with the Chihuahua.
Oh, see?
That's weird.
Even the damn Chihuahua comes back.
That's really creepy.
And then this was a Broadway musical.
What?
When was that? When was the Legally Blonde? Yeah, this movie was so popular and so big that it spawned a
2007. Oh, right when I was born.
a musical.
You can get it for $20 on Amazon.
No. Nope. So, earlier in the film, this movie is smart, and it's not really. Whatever I was just gonna say, I'm not even gonna say it because it just thinking about it before I say it, it just sounds stupid. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's up with women in nail salons? Please.
I love
Because I know you and your grandmother love going. I need to know what it is about this place that's so magical, where she's heartbroken and she pulls a complete U-turn, a 180, and flings it in because she
I would do the same
sees...
thing. Because it's like, nail salons are like a spa in a way. And it just makes you feel better. And then it's somewhere where you can talk
Someone
to people.
painting your nails.
It's relaxing. And people don't like, when they're heartbroken, they don't...
Please, do tell.
They don't like to feel dirty and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they would like to feel... They want to try to find a way to feel good about themselves. So they'll go to a nail salon or a spa.
So they get in
or
there.
Or go shopping.
They slap their fingers down.
Okay, no one does that.
Do my nails.
No one...
You look like you're not busy.
No one does that. They actually go up and try paying for it. But... yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah. I like... acrylics more than just like painting them, but that's just me. I don't know.
No.
It's like a spa, really.
Okay. So, might as well talk about it now. This Ben Snap montage sequence. Okay. It pretty much acts as this film's random teen dance sequence.
It was in an Ariana Grande's music video.
Okay, I don't give...
The shirt I'm wearing.
I don't give a bullfrog's fat ass about Ariana Grande and her music video. Because didn't she... You were starting to say something while watching it about... What else is in this video?
I knew a lot of scenes. I knew a lot of these scenes.
She does like homages to what this and what else? Mean Girls?
Mean Girls, and she does...
Clueless?
She might... I haven't seen it in a while. I think I've like seen it
It
once.
sounds like Clueless would be in this video.
But I think maybe there was a scene of Clueless in it. But no. I know the main two that is Mean Girls and Legally Blonde. Those are the main two you'd see.
Okay. Now, this, towards the end of the movie, okay, let me just say it out loud. For as smart as Elle is for the duration of this movie. I don't buy her trying to quit. All because Callahan hits on her and she's, and she goes and tries to quit and all this crap, She's a lot smarter and stronger than this. I'm not buying it. I'm not trying to buy this third act little issue that the writer of this movie is trying to sprout out, because it comes out of left field. It's like, even the first time, even going back and rewatching this last week by myself, and I'm like, because I forgot that happens. And I'm watching it, and all of a sudden, like, he calls her in, like, puts his hand on her leg, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Did that have to happen?
Wait a minute. This movie is like a complete hard right, like, and then she quits over it. Like, I'm not buying it. I'm not. I'm sorry.
I can understand.
This is the same woman who outsmarts the saleswoman in the beginning of the movie at the store, which, by the way, is very clever foreshadowing, showing her intelligence. It's foreshadowing her intelligence towards the end of the film. I don't know. Maybe that's all I have to say about that, but that's it. I'm not buying it. Not me.
I can understand how she was overreacting and then realized, oh wait, I should probably go back. I mean, I'd do the same thing. I wouldn't pack, like, I don't see how she could, less than like an hour or so, get all that stuff, all her luggage, and fit it into a car. A small little car. And drive off without nothing falling out. I don't see how she could do all that. That's the only thing I have a problem with, really.
Because she's Elle Woods. Man. Alright, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to bring up. I'm also looking at just random notes I have on it. Oh, court case.
Oh.
So.
Which court case?
There
was a lot.
No, the main, the main court case that this film's like plot is tied to, with the Ali Lauder character, who knows Elle. Like, what are the odds of that? But okay.
That doesn't usually happen, but.
And I don't know. Nope, not doing it, because this movie is not. Nope, not doing it. I'm not gonna come off as petty with what I was gonna say, so just gonna skip over that. The movie itself, I didn't know if you know this. By the way, did you know this?
What?
The movie's based on an Amanda Brown novel of the same name, which is based on her experiences as a blonde going to stand for law while being a fashion-obsessed Elle magazine reading. Wonder where that name came from.
You already said that.
Frequently clashing with the personality of her peers. Did I say this already?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Pretty sure I did not, but if I did, you just got a double dose of what this film is based on. Why? Because I really have nothing else to say or bring to the table in this conversation.
That's when you go to the Be Kind Rewind moment.
Alright, so. Unbiased MVP pick. Who is yours?
Elle? Because, I mean...
Reese Witherspoon?
What?
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon?
That's the actress's name.
Oh. I thought you were, like, saying, like, the reason.
She's not a real person, you know. This actress plays a character in film.
That's what... Well, because she is basically the main character. This is basically her movie. But if I had to choose someone... I was going to say the Chihuahua, but it's not really in the movie. So I guess you can say Warner. Because this movie...
Warner?
Warner.
That guy sucks.
I know, but the movie...
No.
leads on about it.
No. Oh, you know what I forgot to talk about? That's it. No, we're going back. We're going back. We're going back.
gosh.
But thanks for picking your MVP pick. Oz Perkins. I wanted to bring him up. Oz Perkins, who plays David. That guy's funny as hell. He's great. He's the weird, awkward guy in the movie. The two girls he's trying to talk to him is like, oh, I go to law school. And then he like makes he says Aristotle, and then the professor is like, would you willing to bet your life on that answer? And what about his? He was like, I don't know. That guy's great. Oz Perkins.
The law is reason free from passion. Does anyone know who spoke those immortal words? Yeah.
Aristotle.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you be willing to stake your life on it?
I think so.
What about his life?
I don't know.
Well, I recommend knowing before speaking. The law leaves much room for interpretation, but very little for self-doubt. And you were right. It was Aristotle.
He never really got shot in Hollywood that he deserved because... So, in real life, he is Anthony Perkins' son, the late Anthony Perkins, who played Norman Bates in Psycho. 1960,
Yeah, well, I've never seen Psycho, so.
But you've heard of it. You know what Psycho is. The shower sequence, Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis, her mother in real life, played the woman in the shower, Janet Leigh.
Yeah,
So anyway,
I think.
Anthony Perkins had a son, obviously, Oz. Oz was in this film and did a couple of other things before he went into filmmaking of his own. I know this past year there was a film that came out called Gretel and Hansel. He directed it.
I'm pretty sure I've heard.
It's like a new horror take on Hansel and Gretel. I haven't seen it, unfortunately.
I've heard of it.
So yeah, he directed that. Might have even wrote it, but I know he's become a filmmaker other than being an actor.
What's
like I said,
the difference between writing and directing?
You kind of just answered your own question. Writing's writing, directing's directing.
Like directing's, like you're telling people what to do?
That's the director.
Oh.
The way it works in movies is a writer writes the screenplay and just submits it, sends it.
I watch movies.
Sometimes
I
they're
don't
on.
pay attention to all
Sometimes they're on set. If they're like a new guy who the studio bought his script for like $200,000 or whatever, they're like, "Thanks for your script. Here's some money. Like, now just piss off. We're gonna do whatever we want." And 9 times out of 10, they chop that script to hell. And they do rewrites, and they rearrange sequences. Like, ask anyone who's anyone in writing, and they'll tell you the same. Like, don't get your feelings hurt because your script is not going to turn out. What you wrote is not going to come out 100% on screen.
That you write are perfect.
Not going to work like that. So, yeah. Reese Witherspoon was my unbiased MVP pick as well. My Be Kind Rewind moment. Everything with Elle when she's getting into Harvard, when she gets into Harvard, like that whole montage and stuff. Like, it's a fun scene. This was kind of a hard question, not a hard question, but this was kind of a tough one for me to pick because, it's just a fun watch from start to finish. So my I guess my most rewatchable moment would have to be just her. Just the whole process of her getting into Harvard. It's a fun little sequence. So yeah, why not? What's yours?
Mine's anything with Elle and Paulette in it. I think both of them, they have a good friendship, a good bond, and I feel like that will last for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think any scene with those two in it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Mads, what's your double feature pairing for this one?
My double feature pairing is Clueless.
I
Cause
feel like we got this little trifecta thing going on between this, Clueless, and Mean Girls. I don't know what it is. It's just a feeling. Just call it a feeling.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of movies we've done has like rich people in it and like people that are in school and stuff like that. So it's like those are the main three that I know about.
Bunch of rich assholes.
Clueless.
And the suckers still watching.
I think because hold up, let me.
So I've got someone upstairs is positive.
Hold up.
All right, so I've got my double feature pairing for this one is a little film called Bring It On that came out a year before this. It's about a bunch of cheerleaders. It's crazy. It's funny. It's not what you think that I'd be recommending, of course, but Bring It On goes great with this because it's just a quirky, female-centered comedy, much like this. Seriously. You know what it is. Everyone who's listening to this, you know what Bring It On is. That's my pairing. Pairing. Which brings us to Star Power. Felt like it. Madilyn, how many stars are you giving this movie?
I rated it a 5.
I rated it.
I feel like any high school, college kind of movie like this would be a 5 for me because I like
high school, college.
Like high school, like student.
Look, man, you got high school, you got college. You can't have both.
Student, any like student movie. I'm realizing how dumb that's.
Can't have the high school without the college. Can't have the college without the high school. We're all students.
Any school movie. I got nothing else. Any school movie I feel like would be a 5.
You just fall in love with. And
I don't know. I like this kind of movies.
All right, well, if you care, I gave it 4 stars, okay? It's not perfect, okay? It's got some flaws. Ain't a 5-star movie, that's for damn sure. But it's a 4-star. That's...
I don't know. I feel like I can relate on Elle.
You know what I feel like?
Yeah.
I feel like that closes the book on this chapter. And I feel like next week we will reopen that book and turn the page to
RoboCop.
Chapter RoboCop.
That sounds stupid.
Because I do believe that the next film we are going to be going to Detroit, to Delta City, the Prime Directives, Alex Murphy. I'll buy that for $1. Bitches leave. It was Dick Jones. You know it. I know it. Well, you don't know it, but you're gonna know it. I know it. People listening know it. RoboCop. Next time, check it out. Now, before you go, I need to let the people know something that I totally just did not do at the top of this episode. Well, duh, let them know that they can listen to previous episodes on iTunes, Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast, Anchor, Breaker, Stitcher, and wherever else you enjoy your favorite podcast. You can follow us on Facebook.com. Where at?
Mad Dad Movie Review.
Instagram.com. Where at?
Mad Dad Movie Review.
Twitter.com. Where at?
Mad Dad Pod.
And YouTube.com. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, you heard that right. We now have a YouTube channel.
Mad Dad Movie Review.
That's it. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
and then you can
That's it.
email us too.
You can email any questions, comments, or requests.
maddadmoviereview@gmail.com.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God. I think I'm done with this episode. I really do. I think I'm done with that. I think I'm done with you. I think I'm done with the fine lads at Anchor. I'm just done.
I want popcorn.
I want popcorn too.
Grammy has popcorn upstairs.
All right, we're gonna go enjoy popcorn. I don't know what they're gonna enjoy. But whatever it is. Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
Oh, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dad. This has been Dad Review. That was awful. Every week is the worst.
Because I forget.
Alright guys, take care.